Y'all know what time it is. Straight out of Memphis, Tennessee. It's Whoa Nelly in the morning. Good morning. So last I left off, I told everybody that I was going to start talking about my childhood, teenage, and adult years. Let everyone know the real me, raw and uncut. So we're going to start with my childhood today. I'm really nervous and I have no idea why. I'm never nervous when I post a video, but right now I'm kind of like, iffy. Don't want to scare anyone off, but if I scare you off, you were never a fan anyways. Okay, first off, who am I? Okay, my name is, I'm not going to tell you my real name. Only real people who really know me know my real name. I go by Nelly. Alright, I'll tell you anyway. My real name's Carly, but I go by Nelly because people legit thought that was my name for the longest fucking time. Because my show's called Whoa Nelly in the Morning. Anyway, let's begin. So I was born October 28th, 1990. It doesn't matter. You don't need to know my age. Just too much info, I feel like. October 28th, 1990. Whoop. I was actually not supposed to be born on October 28th. I was supposed to be born on Halloween, close to November, but my siblings wanted to go trick-or-treating so bad that they begged my mom to get induced. My mom was induced and had me on October 28th. Yeah, shitty, right? Who wants to go get candy? Who'd rather have a cool sibling? Like, I'm gonna be famous one day. And you guys wanted candy instead? I'll remember that. Alright, let's begin. First off, one more thing before I begin. All my videos are raw and uncut. So everything I'm saying on here is the real me. None of it's made up. Yada yada. So on. So I was born October 28th, 1990. I was actually born with a disease called pleuric stenosis. If you don't know what pleuric stenosis is, it's when your intestines is the size of a pinhole, and every time my mom would feed me, I would projectile vomit, so I wasn't gaining any weight. My mom was constantly taking me to the hospital, telling me like something's wrong with my baby, and they're like, no, nothing's wrong. She finally took me to Le Bonheur, and they're like, dude, she has pleuric stenosis. We need emergency surgery now. So I have a scar on my stomach. I'm gonna show y'all, I guess, right here. I like to tell people that I was stabbed when they see me in a bikini and they're like, oh my God, what happened to you? I'm like, it was a drug deal gone bad. I was stabbed. But then I tell them the truth, and then I get to educate them on what pleuric stenosis is. So I gotta educate y'all about what pleuric stenosis is. It's actually more common in African American boys than it is in girls. So I had that. Finally got surgery, started gaining weight. Now I'm cool. My mom's seriously convinced that me having pleuric stenosis got the not dope amphetamine, what the fuck am I talking about? Mess up the chemicals in my brain, and that's why I have mental health issues maybe, who knows? But I think I probably have mental health issues because of all the fucking trauma that I've been through that you'll soon learn about. Growing up, I come from a big family. I have 4 brothers and 4 sisters. We all had the same mom and dad. We're not Catholic. We're not like the 19 kids and counting. My mom just wanted a big family, and look what she got. She got a big family, and now she fucking hates having a big family because she always says, well, I'm still taking care of all you kids. I'm like, yeah, Mom. Well, it's your fault, you decided to have a big family. Growing up in a big family, people were like, oh my God, that must have been so much fun. Wrong. It sucked when you're the fucking middle child. Growing up for me fucking sucked. Literally fucking sucked. Why? Because being the middle child, you get blamed for everything, and you don't, it's serious. Middle child syndrome is fucking serious. I got blamed for everything growing up. Like, with one of my younger siblings would start screaming and crying, first name that would get called, Carly! And I wouldn't even be in the same room as them. I got blamed for everything. So that's why I feel like now, maybe I feel like when something goes wrong, it's always like everything's always my fault. Because I was always blamed for everything growing up. Like, everything was always my fault. But who knows? this is really hard for me to talk about. My first sexual experience, I was 4 years old. I don't know if it's because of the way I looked. Was it because I was blonde hair? I was toe-headed. I'm blonde now, but when I was growing up, I was toe-headed. But you don't know what toe-headed is? It means you're white blonde. I was white blonde, fair skin, big blue eyes. And older men preyed upon me. So I was molested when I was 4 years old. That was my first sexual experience. It happened again when I was in preschool. I went to Germantown High School. They had a preschool program, and the high school students were our teachers, and I had one teacher who would always have the kids come up to me and tell me that he had a crush on me and that he liked me, and would have them tell me all this stuff. Disgusting, I know. So that happened, and then it happened again when I was in first grade by my cousin, but we're not blood-related cousins. And then it happened again when I was in second grade by the same person, but around that time I knew it was wrong. Like what he was doing was wrong, and I remember trying to escape from him and all that nonsense. I lost my virginity at 13 years old. Yeah, I was raped at 13 by an 18-year-old in a church parking lot. Passing by that church all the time just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Did he go to jail? No, he actually got away with it. And the disgusting part is that fuck Germantown police who watched the entire time it was going on, because when he was done, that's when they turned on their fucking blinkers and lights. Fuck you guys. So that happened. I'll never forget. Never mind, I'm not even gonna tell y'all that. So basically how that all was set up, it was set up by a friend of mine. Yeah. Pretty fucked up. You don't know really who your friends are, do you? Yeah. And it completely ruined it was my summer of I was going into 8th grade. So it was the summer of my 8th grade year. And it completely ruined my whole entire high school experience, because people found out about it that were older than me. And in high school, I remember high school and middle school. Middle school was cool. I had a lot of friends, but at high school, like, people would start rumors about me all the time. And I'm trying to start to jump ahead. Middle school, I was bad. I think middle school is when all my trauma, like, really started hitting me, and I just turned angry. I was angry. Got in fights all the time, cussed out my teachers. Like, I gave no fucks through middle school, 6th grade through 11th grade. I gave no fucks about anything. I was an awful human being. Awful to my parents, awful to my siblings. I was bad. Like, I was so fucking bad that the state was ready to take me from my parents. Yeah, it got that bad. High school, high school is awful. Most people don't believe me when I tell them, they're like, Carly, I bet you were popular in high school. No, I wasn't. I had people who started rumors about me every fucking year that I was pregnant. In 9th grade, I got sent to a behavioral hospital called Compass. And that's when all the rumors started. People were saying that I got taken out to go get an abortion and all this other shit. Fucked up shit that never really happened. I don't understand why people started bad rumors about me. But the funny thing is, the popular dudes would secretly have to talk to me. They would secretly talk to me, not letting their other little popular girls know that they would talk to me. There was one guy who would secretly talk to me, and later on found out he had a crush on me, but he couldn't let his friends know about that. I'm not gonna put him on blast. Your secret's still safe with me, bud. You know who you are. I think we're Facebook friends. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, high school was nothing but trauma. I didn't have many friends. I spent most of my high school experience in ISS or at home. They got so tired of sending me home that they just started putting me in ISS every day. Like my assistant principal, I think they were called, no, was he the assistant principal? What were they called? I forgot what they were called. What were they called? We'll just go with assistant principal. He actually had a assigned seat for me in his office because I was in there so much. Yeah. And they had to assign me to a higher, I wish I knew the assistant principal for the 11th graders. I was in 9th grade. My assistant principal was administrator, was for 11th grade because the 9th grade administrator couldn't handle me. She's like, I'm not gonna do anything with her. I guess her and my mom got into it a lot. You know my mom, you know she's fucking crazy, but I fucking love her. But yeah, they had to assign me to Dr. Stencil because the other person couldn't handle me anymore. So yeah, high school was a bust for me. I don't understand. I'll never truly understand why people started so many rumors about me back then. Like, what did I do to deserve that? Like, I guess you can say I was bullied, but I stuck up for myself and made people fucking scared of me. So when I found out what the fuck they were saying, I would go up to them and say something to them face to face. And what would happen? Sometimes fights would happen. Sometimes the administrator would get over there quicker and grab me. One time in the fucking lunchroom, I knocked one of the administrators down and started throwing some fucking hands. I kicked off my Birkenstocks. Shit. I'll never forget that. I didn't take shit from anybody back then. I still don't take shit from anybody now. I'm surprised I didn't cry through this. I guess I kind of prepared myself. I'm pretty proud of myself for not crying. High school, middle school. Middle school, I spent a lot of time in ISS too. Like, I lived in ISS. If you don't know what ISS is, it's in-school suspension. Yeah. So I talked about, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, ISS in high school was the shit, and I fucking loved it in there. So it was cool. Coach Raby, shout out. I wish you had a fucking Facebook. I miss you. If you had Coach Raby, if you went to Germantown High School and you had Coach Raby as your ISS teacher, you would understand why it was so much fun in there. I loved it. I lived in there. I got to pick out where I wanted to sit. I got asked if I wanted the window open or closed. Like, I ran that shit. But you had to earn his respect. Like, I earned his respect one day when this bitch in there, she wouldn't stop snitching on people. And I was already going home. I was already getting suspended, waiting for my mom to come pick me up. And I was like, bitch, stop snitching. Oh, shit. It went down. And Coach Ray was like, man, Miss Moore, gotta get you out of here. I'm like, I was waiting for her to go home already. Shit. Give me another day. I don't care. But one thing they wouldn't have done, they didn't do, is they never gave me 180. I guess because they knew I was mentally ill. I really don't know why they never gave me 180. As many as the times that I fucking deserved to get 180, they never gave me 180. Never gave me 180. All right, let's move on to my adult years. I got some time. Adult years, 20. I found out my drug addiction began when I was 22, 23. Found out my mom had stage 3 breast cancer, and my siblings, I was fucked up on Xanax. That was my drug of choice back then. Those are my best fucking friends back then, y'all. I swear to God, like, I don't know how I got through work and everything, but they were my best friends, made me forget everything. And then I moved on to other things, but let's start from here. My sisters told me that my mom was gonna die. And I remember telling them, I was like, my mom's not gonna die, she's gonna get through this. Telling your drug addict sister that it's gonna make me not want to get better, but it got me worse. And I started doing other drugs. I started doing heroin, and which took away the pain a lot, but I loved the Xanax better, more than I did heroin. Those were my 2 drugs of choices then. And then I started doing meth, mixed with all the medication that I was doing. Got me way falled off. And then I stopped. Then I started drinking a lot. Dude, I was drinking 7 days a week, partying 7 days a week, and still going to work the next day. I am a active drug addict. I was an active drug addict. I could function and not, I could do drugs and still get my shit done. And I still can't believe, like, when I was on Xanax, I was working with kids. Yeah. I'm so embarrassed to say that, but I was so thrown off. But I'm doing better now. So at least I can say I'm doing better now. I'm not in the same spot that I was in. So that led, my mom getting cancer led to that. I wouldn't say it was just my mom getting cancer it led to me for my drug addiction, but I was also partying really hard. I overdosed a couple times. One time I overdosed and my friends left me for dead in my front yard. Luckily, I woke up. Yeah. A few months back, when I was off Facebook for an entire week, I overdosed again on fentanyl and was in the ICU. I could have lost my life then, but I didn't. It was an accident. I wasn't trying to kill myself. I'm not saying I have tried to kill myself plenty of times. I'll put that out there. But I seem to wake up, or I seem to survive it. So that being said, I know I do have a purpose in life. I don't know what my purpose is. Maybe my purpose is saving the world. That's what I really hope it is. Because it's my goal to save the fucking world somehow. Thor, I'm coming! Sorry, Thor's crying. So I had a drinking problem. I had a drug problem. I'm 3 months sober now. 3 months clean. Not many people knew that. But I am. And It's something I didn't want to admit to anybody or tell anyone, but this is me being all raw and uncut and letting y'all know what the real fucking me is about. I feel like I left some stuff out. If I did, I will probably come back and do another video of things that I have left out. I'm kind of in a rush. I'm getting Josh's memorial tattoo done tonight. I'm super excited about it because I feel like it's going to bring me some closure. I miss him so much. But I don't want to talk about that right now. Because I don't want to cry. I don't want to ruin my makeup. My makeup's already like, looks like shit. Ugh. I'm learning how to put on makeup, you guys. Pretty excited. So much love, everybody. And I hope everyone has a whoa Nelly type of day. Mwah.